We've seen ChatGPT, we've seen a lot of programs and platforms kind of being streamlined, for lack of a better word. How has technology changed the way you work with borrowers, and what tools do you find most useful?
For that stuff, for AI, honestly, a lot of our lenders, well, actually, one of our lenders has its own AI platform. So for any specific mortgage guidelines, we're able to type a scenario into to the chat box, and it'll respond with the guidelines or a scenario answer. Is definitely probably the main one. We do have some lenders for HELOCs that it's an AI based. So when we submit all the documentation, it generates the income that it accepts. It generates the property value that's accepted, and the client's able to close based off of its information, rather than like an appraisal or a generic pay stub and then that income. But I mean, other than that, I mean that's how we've used AI. Anything else, I've used it for CRM and just at least some sort of client relationship management on a scale of responses through emails or through chat boxes on current pre-approvals. But we'll see I mean, it's going to be interesting what happens on 5 years from now, how it's used, how it's viewed. So that one I couldn't tell you. I would just, in regards to calculating income, I'm sure it's going to be used. So on a broader scale, especially for self-employed borrowers and like bank statement loans and things of that nature. But that's kind of the main ways we've used it on our end.
So for any loan officers or individuals that are thinking about getting into the mortgage industry, what advice would you give them?
First off, can't be afraid to let people know what you do. Obviously being in the industry for 10 years, everybody knows what I do, from social media, friends, family, things like that. The other main thing is you can't be afraid to put yourself out there with people you don't know.